365 days a year. Of course, we give out free picks on this show, and our best bets are always our premium picks. We have a YouTube premium option now as well, and you can get our picks on YouTube. It's just a sampling of our premium packages and kind of a sample, kind of dip your toe in the water product, but of course, it still is best bets and bets that we are betting today. It's just they're independent picks of one another. We'll get more into that later on if people want to know about it. If not, we'll just continue on with the picks. We got a pretty good card today in college basketball. We got a full NBA card on a Thursday, which is rare. I don't know how much hockey we have or whatever. I don't follow, but we will follow soon enough. Let me bring in the guys. Got Brian and Rod with us as usual. Morning, guys.
Morning.
Morning. Looks like NBA is going into a break after today for the All-Star break.
Oh, it's already the All-Star break?
Yeah.
Perfect timing this year then. They really nailed it this year. In the normal NBA season, it's after college basketball, right? Or it's like it's at a weird time in college basketball. So something's going on. A train going through or something. But anyways, there's...
three big trucks going by my house at the same time.
Nice. Anyways, we don't have that problem at my house. I'm way far off the road because... I don't like people. So we have, so I didn't know. So it's today. After today, the NBA goes on that break. So then they're doing it right. So they'll come back. So the NBA All-Star game is Sunday. Is that what's going on? Same day as
that'll enable us to focus in on conference tournaments and stuff.
I can't even get ahead.
I didn't even know that until I looked to see who a team was playing next, and I didn't say anything for 7 days.
It looks like so Sunday is the All-Star game, and then the schedule resumes on Wednesday with 2 games, and then next Thursday everybody's back in action. So that's actually perfect. It works out perfect this year because it's March Madness anyway. So we're gonna have conference tournaments going on, and all kinds of day college basketball. It actually works out perfect. And just like the way that college basketball, the way they run it now right into baseball season, it's like someone's thinking finally, But anyways, let's get it together. One thing we're not going to do is answer those questions. And if you do ask those questions, you're going to have to go because those have been answered. Sick of it. Anyways, let's get to the NBA. Got, like I said, a full schedule. I didn't put in any premiums, but I might still. We got the Wizards against the Clippers to kick things off. Celtics against the Raptors, who could actually use a break. We got the Knicks against the Pistons. We've got the Pacers against the Nuggets. And Memphis against the Bucks. We'll do everything up until 8 o'clock. Brian, any of those games?
I'm going to give the Wizards a flyer at this plus 5.5 number. Clippers aren't playing the best basketball. I think they're on a back-to-back. Didn't they play Boston last night? And the Wizards got beat up at L.A. Just a week or so ago. So I like the Wizards at home plus the points. Memphis Grizzlies at home against the Bucks. I'll take the 6 points. Grizzlies, I think they're 7-3 last 10. Playing solid basketball. I think they can keep it within a bucket of the Milwaukee Bucks.
For me, I'm with you. Give me the Wizards. Clippers are not on the back-to-back, but Kawhi is questionable. Probably is not going to play this game. So I'm going to take the Wizards plus the points in that one. And I like the Celtics over the Raptors. Raptors are on the back-to-back and still going to be shorthanded on who's playing, who's not playing. I'll take the Celtics in that one. And I can't touch. I'm not laying that many points with the Knicks. I just can't do it. It's just not in me. I'm laying 6.5 with the Knicks. Scary stuff. I'll take the Pistons plus the points in that one. With you, I like the Grizzlies as well. We'll see what the Bucks do. They don't cover. They cover when they feel like covering. Today doesn't feel like a cover day. So give me the Grizzlies in that one.
Yeah, I like the Grizzlies with the cover there as well. I don't know who wins that game. The Grizzlies generally regress back to 500 as soon as they get over 500. So they'll get to either they win here, get to 17 wins, and then we fade them the next couple times out, or they just lose here, hit the All-Star break to 500, which would be fitting. But I do think that they get the cover. The Knicks and the Pistons, it looks almost too easy. And I'm with you guys on the Wizards as well against the Clippers. I don't know if Kawhi Leonard is sitting out, the day before a week break, and then he plays in the All-Star game. That would be as pathetic as it gets. And I would, if I'm a Clippers fan, I would demand a refund on any of my money that went to pay that guy's salary at all, even from watching it on TV. That would be as pathetic as it gets, to be honest with you. He will be our new most hated player if that is the case.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. He's going to be out for this game.
And then he's going to play.
But then we plays in the All-Star break.
And then he's going to play on Sunday.
Let's see if he's in there.
How long
he's in the player pool to play, but it's not confirmed whether he's going to play or not.
You know what they say, man. It's like if you can't play in one thing, you can't play in the other. They should have a rule on that.
Well, they want those guys playing the All-Star game, get higher ratings.
I don't watch that crap.
Bet the under in the All-Star game.
Yeah, not watching
the under.
Yeah, because it's always inflated because they know every Tom, Dick, and Harry loves betting the over, so they'll inflate it by 15 points or so.
Under all day.
We'll have a degenerate bet on that one.
The book doesn't even know where to lay it because they don't even know how many points they're going to end up with. 300?
Under 300.
I think last one was 320.
Mitch, what's the most memorable bet you've ever made? There's two of them. There's two bets that are my most memorable bets. Manny Pacquiao by knockout over Marco Antonio Barrera at 9-1. That was number one. A little birdie told me about that one. And number two, Manny Pacquiao by knockout over Eric Morales, Pacquiao Morales too. Those were my two most memorable bets, easily. That Pacquiao over Barrera, nobody saw that coming, and it was like he was a replacement. Manny Pacquiao was to fight Marco Antonio Barrera, who was the unbeatable Mexican champion. Manny just knocked him cold, and then after Morales had beaten Pacquiao in the first match, they rematched at Thomas and Mack, and it was like, I was sitting right in that corner when that was it. When they called it off, and there's a great picture of that knockout. My friend Rob Peters is like this. He was in Pacquiao's corner for that fight, which is pretty amazing. It was a great one. So those are my two most memorables, for sure. I think because I think Pacquiao Morales 2 was probably because I was at the fight, and it got good money on it. The fight was a pick'em, and you got good money on the knockout, and it was just Morales had probably won the first 5 rounds of that fight, and then Manny had come back and he was working him over. Called it. Loved boxing though. I was at the first fight where he lost, and anyways, those are pretty much them. How about
I had a new addition to my list this year when the Eagles had that cover against the Seahawks.
Well, that was last year, thankfully. Thankfully, that was in 2020.
That was an awesome cover.
See, to me, garbage covers like that aren't the ones. It's the ones where
it's the ones you're not expecting to win, and some miracle you end up covering.
Yeah, but it's like, when you hit a 9-1, underdog that knocks the guy through the ropes because Freddie Roach, Rob Peters, who was Manny Pacquiao's bodyguard, is a personal friend of mine, and Freddie had told him, Freddie never bets boxing, so Freddie Roach, Manny Pacquiao's trainer, he said, I got this guy, and he's going to beat this guy. He's like, he's got named as a late replacement. He's like, he's going to beat this guy. He's like, he knocked him cold. He's like, and Freddie like said in the interview after the fight, he's like, I never bet. He goes, I never bet. He goes, but I made the biggest bet of my life, Manny Pacquiao by knockout. He was like, you know, that was kind of like what Kevin Rooney said to Tyson before the Spinks fight. He's like, I bet 70% of your purse on first round knockout. Told him that. He whispered that in his ear right when Tyson got right before they rang the bell. Yeah, we could do a whole show on these.
Lehigh University over Duke. I remember that years ago. That was a good one.
I had Middle Tennessee over Michigan State a couple years ago too. I had that one. March Madness. Mercer over Duke also.
Those are the games you never forget.
Oh, yeah. UFC shows are no longer on. We didn't have any interest. People were not watching them, so we stopped doing it. That's why they are. You can't... the shows are free for you guys, but they're not free for me. So if they don't pay for themselves, and you guys aren't going to pay for them, then I'm not going to pay for them for you. So that's why we took out the UFC show. A lot of shows, it's like whatever, I pay for it and whatever, I enjoy it. But UFC is not something I enjoy. And it's not something that's really been a focus of our sites. So we still cover UFC at the websites. We're just not going to have the shows. At least not for the short term. Pelicans versus Heat. I'm always almost too transparent, right? Pelicans versus Heat. We got the Spurs versus the Thunder. Got the Suns versus the Warriors. And Blazers versus Kings. To me, there's a lot of meat on the bone here. Brian?
Yeah, not really for me. I'm going to eat a square sandwich to take the Spurs over the Thunder. Thunder just hurt me last night. Hurt me bad. And I'm not going to get on today. I just think the Spurs take care of business even with a few guys out. And Phoenix Suns, I'm not stepping in front of them. I'm going to take another rather public play. I think Phoenix can beat up the Warriors or in the back-to-back losers last night to the Blazers. So I'm going to lay the points with the Suns and lay the points with the Spurs.
Rod?
And for me, I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to take the Thunder. I know they just missed out on the cover last night. So they're still on the road. Still don't trust the Spurs. That's too many points. I'll take the Thunder plus the 6.5 in that one. And I'm not going to get in front of the Suns. Warriors on the back-to-back. Give me the Suns minus the points. I think they get a double-digit win over the Warriors in that one.
Man, Kings let me down last night. A 3-point win over the Lakers.
I'd say a lot of my other best bet wins were horse races, too. Like those massive payers. Those are some of the best ones, too. Sometimes it's like you just get a good horse, it just comes...
You get that one horse, and
you get that one horse.
You're in there.
Big price. I had So Lure, who's a super famous horse. He had broke the track record at Belmont in his maiden, and then he came out in his next race, and this is back when he was first running. So he wasn't even on the turf back then. He became like a unbeatable turf champion, and so he was running, and they ran him in the slop, and he ran against some slop runner, just kicked mud in his face, and that's when they moved him to the turf after that race. It's like, it paid like 35 to 1 or something.
Yeah, see, those are the ones that you're like, yes.
Yep.
Especially when they come in first. It's the first part of your try. But that's a lot of horses. No horse wants muck in their face.
No.
When they're running the slop.
No horses.
Nobody wants mud. How can you see anything? You see it, and the horse is like...
Oh, yeah, because he's not wearing the goggles. He's not wearing goggles,
No,
like,
the jockey's got goggles. He's covered in muck. The horse can barely see. It's like.
So what do you got on the? Did you do this late NBA, Rod? Or is that where we're at?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Suns over the Warriors, and I'm going to take the Thunder plus the 6.5 in that one.
I like the Thunder as well against the Spurs. I think that's the play. As you know, they've been a great road team, and after not covering last night, now you get that. When you have a public underdog like we had last night with the Thunder, like all the squares were kind of jumped on the Thunder. It was bad. So it's like today, the squares probably are off the Thunder after getting beaten last night. Now you get back on the Thunder. At least with the points, I don't think they're going to win. So
I just think college basketball looks better today than NBA.
Yeah, I mean, heading into the break, so it's like you're not sure what you're going to get. I'm with you guys on the Suns as well. And I like the Heat against the Pelicans. I think that's a gift. Go to college hoops. Early action. Richmond against Duquesne. Got North Florida versus North Alabama. UMass versus St. Joe's. Delaware State versus Morgan State. Liberty versus Kennesaw State. That is a tournament game. Rider versus Monmouth. But normally that would be a Friday game. Maybe they're playing back-to-back because Rider Monmouth is Friday, man, to me. And Dayton versus Rhode Island. A10, Arch Madness. Got George Mason versus George Washington. It is the March of George. Got Quinnipiac against St. Peter's. I almost put this as a premium. I didn't. Florida Atlantic versus Middle Tennessee. Conference USA action. Manhattan, the Jaspers, Bitler's team, up against the Stags. Fairfield. Bradley in Southern Illinois. Conference tournament action. That's OVC. Radford against Campbell. Brian, any of these games get you?
Well, it's probably there's probably almost a half dozen that I could bet. I'm going to start out with a small play on Duquesne. This line's moved all the way off of 6. I think it's at 3.5 currently. I think Richmond's just going to limp into the A10. I just don't see a big blowout win here for the Spiders. And I like the points in that spot. UMass against St. Joe's. The Hawks have won 4 straight. But I think UMass comes into this game wanting to stay above 500 for the season. I think UMass can cover that light number. And then the last game, the line really looks like a Florida Atlantic Owls play. Opened up 7.5, is at 8.5. Some big bettors taking the Owls here. I'm going to be along with them for a nice $200 play on Florida Atlantic.
A lot of money coming in on UMass here. Rod.
Yeah, and the number to skyrocket too. So I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to still ride with St. Joe's. Give me St. Joe's on the money line. I think they beat UMass on that one.
This is the tournament that has the most upsets traditionally. Is the A10.
Been riding St. Joe's. Not going to get off him now. Let's keep riding St. Joe's on money line on that one. I also like give me Morgan State over Delaware State. Morgan State 6-1 on the road. 6-1 against the number on the road. Delaware State 2-5. 2-3 against the number. Like Morgan State in that one. And I'll take the Salukis. Give me the Salukis plus the points. Or they're laying 2.5. I'll take the Salukis, lay the 2.5. I think they beat Bradley. Bradley's out. Still got 3 big guys out, suspended out the rest of the year. So I think this is Bradley's exit stage right in this conference tournament. Give me the Salukis money line on that one.
Rod sounded pretty serious about that Morgan State.
How about
all of a sudden he got all serious. He's like, Morgan State.
Morgan State.
Very serious. It was a very serious Morgan State. I like Liberty here against Kennesaw. It's a lot of points, but it's one of those things. There's a few teams out there today that are playing that kind of last year got kind of hung out to dry. Last year was kind of their year, and they didn't get to see it through. Liberty was one of those teams. And I expect them to come out and play with purpose all the way through here.
What do you guys think of the Leathernecks at 6 o'clock?
I like Duquesne against Richmond. I think outright money line in that one. And I mean, nothing there in the numbers says Richmond to me. Not one thing. Couldn't even get there. So George Washington, George Mason, the line didn't come out until this morning, so I didn't put a premium in, but I would have. That's for sure. Maybe I'll give that game out in the premium show. Maybe it'll be even a bonus pick. St. Peter's was going to be a premium pick for me as well. I just couldn't get there because they've been so bad on the road. But Quinnipiacs, Rod will tell you. Rod's been bruised by Quinnipiac a few times.
Yes, I have. I'm staying far away from them.
So they're saying Morgan State has been canceled.
Oh.
I don't see that. I see South Carolina State canceled, Montana State, Sac State canceled, and Idaho, Montana canceled. Do not see that one canceled. But it's possible. Crazier things have happened. So what is Leathernecks? I don't see it here, Brian.
6 o'clock?
Southern
Illinois versus Bradley.
That's the Salukis.
The Salukis.
That's not
I'm
Leatherneck.
sorry.
I like
Leatherneck.
I like the Salukis, but they haven't been so hot. That line kind of moved, took a side turn last night. I was going to put the Salukis in actually, and the line kind of took a side turn. Now it's bounced back, so it's like I do like the Salukis there.
Yep, Morgan State and Delaware State postponed.
Son of a bitch.
Son of a. I was all excited for that one.
This is the new thing, the pop-up game, where the game is scheduled within a day or two of the day that it's actually played. Marquette did it against North Carolina, and North Carolina wishes they never took the game, right? We saw it in college football. BYU played against Coastal Carolina, right? The pop-up game. Today, there's a pop-up game. It's Cincinnati against Vandy, right? Just out of the blue. So this is the new thing, right? The pop-up game. I like it. It's kind of like the old barnstorming. Cincinnati versus Vandy. Siena versus Canisius. West Virginia versus TCU. There's your Big 12 boys, Brian, right there. Bellarmine versus Stetson. Baylor versus Okie State. Line ticked up a little bit there. Lipscomb versus Florida Gulf Coast. Texas Tech and Iowa State. More Big 12 for you, Brian. And Big 10. Michigan State. Any of those.
Yeah.
Man, that's some heavy hitters in there.
Well, I'm going to go with TCU plus all the points against West Virginia. West Virginia, a real tough overtime loss coming off of that. TCU 3-7 last 10. I think they can keep it within 10 of West Virginia. And then the other game, looking at Iowa State Cyclones, I've lost with them getting tons of points a couple times this season. But I'm back to the well here. I don't see Texas Tech blowing many teams out. I think Iowa State can keep it mildly respectable here, so I'll take the points.
And for me in this time slot, I'll take Vandy plus the points at Cincinnati in this pop-up game. Vandy may not be winning games, but they're still covering games. 6-0-4 ATS their last 10, and we know how Cincinnati is at covering stuff at home. I think Cincinnati wins this game, but not by that many points. I'll take Vandy plus the points. I like Bellarmine over Stetson. Bellarmine's 9-1, 7-3 against the number. Just what we like. I think they get the nice win and cover over Stetson in that conference tournament there. And I like Texas Tech. I don't think Iowa State's going to have. They're going to have trouble scoring against this Texas Tech defense. They just shut down Iowa State. Give me Texas Tech. I'll lay the big number. They win by 20.
I know this is going to come as a big surprise to everyone, but I like Michigan State against Michigan plus the points. I think they're going to punch him. I think they're going to punch him in the mouth. I think when a team gets punched in the mouth like that, and another team starts getting physical with them, and it starts working, they start to worry. And I think we're going to see that from Michigan. I think Michigan might squeak out a win here if they're lucky. If Michigan State wins outright, I would not be shocked.
These play back to back. I think those two. They play this one and then they play again.
Well, Michigan State has a chance to do both.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, their schedule is they play each other twice. So yeah, Michigan State's definitely got this circled on their calendar.
That's going to be my premium play for the premium subscribers.
Yeah, if the upgrade doesn't work on YouTube and stuff, I have zero control over that. So, a lot of you guys, the subscription, it expires soon. You can always upgrade then, or I'm not really sure how to do it, but you could Google. I'm sure YouTube has help that you could email and stuff. But I mean, they take a huge percent, so I'm sure they have some kind of support for it.
They should, eh?
They definitely should. I think they do. They do. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
People will say, I can't do this. It's kind of like Jeff George at Miami, and my helmet doesn't fit. Go see the athletic trainer. Well, my helmet doesn't fit. It's like, go see the equipment guy. It's like, well, I can't practice because my helmet doesn't fit. It's like, did you see the equipment guy? No, my helmet doesn't fit. It's like, all right, see ya. Off to next school. Anyways, I would love to help you guys. Seriously, if you bought the premium from the site, everyone will tell you I help you in 2 seconds. You never have to wait for an email from me or a response unless I'm sleeping. Paco was able to upgrade. You can see that. Anyways, I like West Virginia to pound TCU. I think that West Virginia's just been so sturdy. You look at who they played and how they've played them, and this does not stack up to be a close game. This stacks up to be a beatdown. It's like they take care of business against the lousy teams, and they play the really good teams as tough as it gets. They if you look at their losses at West Virginia, the only head scratcher is Florida, right? A 5-point loss to Florida is their worst loss of the season. It's like everything else was overtime against Baylor, overtime against Oklahoma, 6 to Gonzaga, right? It's like they're going to wipe the floor with these guys. Bob Huggins on senior day is probably 600-0, against the spread or something is my guess. The guys love that guy, they love him. The players and the coaches and everyone that's ever around Huggins, they love that guy. Just saying. They leave it all out on the floor for him. McNeese State against Nichols in the Southland. North Carolina Central against Florida A&M. Kansas UTEP. Sounds like a pop-up as well. Winthrop against Longwood. Grambling against Alcorn State. Murray State and Jacksonville State. Club Med at Murray State is spectacular. Prairie View A&M versus Southern. Jackson State versus Alabama A&M. Any of those, Brian?
Yeah, I think Kansas wipes the floor at UTEP. Kansas usually likes to beat up on teams like this, and I see this spread. It's going up. People seem to be jumping on UTEP. I like Kansas Jayhawks for an easy 25-point win there.
Bob Huggins going for win number 900 in that game against TCU. How about Florida State last night putting in the scrubs? They had the Vipers in up by 26. They had the Vipers in up by 24, and they're only laying 19, so I'm a little nervous there. But they played well, and then these are fifth-year senior walk-ons. Okay, is what these guys are. And 4 seconds left to go in the game, up by 26. The guy hits the three, and you would have thought it was a full stadium. They went ballistic. I mean, it was crazy. But that is what it is right here, you know? You know? That is the time of year that it is. Brian, did you say any of these? Grambling? Something?
No, I said I went with Kansas Jayhawks minus the points against UTEP.
No Grambling? No Grambling? Side of Grambling for you?
No. Kansas is good enough. Maybe the best free pick of the day, Kansas.
How about Murray State? Minus the 3.5 against Jacks.
Yeah, I was tempted with Jackson. I was tempted with Jacksonville State when I first looked at it, but I'm gonna stay away from it. I think Murray State's gonna finish out.
I love Jacksonville State. Not in this game, but in general, I just love the way that they run their program. It's like if you're they mostly have guys that were played at the big schools, and transferred out. Rod, any of these? Grambling?
No Grambling. I'm going to go the other way. Give me Alabama State. I'm big on the state names there, I guess. Give me Alabama State. I know they're only 3-7 straight up, but they're 7-3 their last 10 against the number here. And Grambling 4-4 at home and only 1-6 against the number at home here. I think Alabama State makes this closer than an 8-point game. Give me Alabama State in that one.
This is the type of question that I always get. Like if you take Alabama State, it's like, so does that mean you're going to parlay it up with Alabama A&M? It's like, what is that? But these are the questions. These are the emails I get. I saw on your live show you took Alabama State. Does that mean you'll be parlaying it with Alabama A&M? It's like, what does one thing have to do with the other? Though I am doing that. Don't get me wrong. I will be parlaying those.
Parlay it up with McNeese State. More states again. McNeese State plus the points on that one. They're 7-3 at home. They're only 1-3 against the number, but they're 6-4 against the number. Their last 10, so they're playing better hoops. Nickel State, they've been winning games 9-1, but they're only 3-6 against the number in their last 10. I think that's too many points. Comes down to the last shot. Give me McNeese State plus the points on that one. And I also like Prairie View. Give me Prairie View at double-digit win in that one. They're going to whoop up on Southern. Prairie View at home, 6-0 at home, 4-1 against the number. Prairie View's 10-0 their last 10, 6-3 against their number their last 10. They got double-digit win written all over that. Give me Prairie View over Southern in that one.
My email is mitch@pickdogs.com and mitch@sportschatplace.com. It's never changed. Super easy. We also have a contact us on the website. We also have a chat window on the website. Super accessible. About as accessible as it gets. Yeah, someone asked the question. 600 people watching. How come there's only 100 thumbs up? This is the age-long question that I have. How do some of these other crappy-ass shows have thousands of thumbs up? And we leave it all on the table, give more picks than everybody every single day, have more viewers than all of them, and nobody will hit the like button. I don't understand it. But maybe we should do what they do, which is hold people hostage. At X amount of likes, this is how many free picks you'll get. At X amount of likes, you'll get this many. I don't want to do that, though. It's pathetic. Yeah, so a lot of questions still about the MMA and whatever. Yeah, they're lazy, or it's what it is. So I don't think it's lazy. I think, lazy might be part of it. I think what it is that it doesn't affect them. So it's like, unless you do it in a way that affects them, then they will do it. So if we say we're only going to give out a total of 10 free picks unless we get over 200 likes, and at which point we'll give out 15, and then if we get over 500, then we'll do our normal show or something, right? It's like if we did something like that, then people would be smashing the like no problem, right? So you have to do it in a way, and I've learned this from being a manager, which is something I never thought I was going to be, from owning businesses now. It's you have to do it in a way that affects affects the people, because if not, then people don't respond. And it's not my makeup to do things that way, which, anyways. You guys know what I mean. It takes a half a second. It costs you nothing. I'm not going to sit here and beg for it. That's for damn sure. YouTube likes us anyway. They like us because we call out all the dirt bags out there. I like Alabama A&M parlayed with Alabama State. I would not play them solo, only as a parlay.
Only as a parlay. Only as a parlay.
Don't be a hater.
I'm not. It scares me.
Rod, just hit the thumbs down. Hey, if I can't degenerately bet Alabama State and Alabama A&M parlay up, then there's something wrong with this world. Colorado versus Arizona State. San Francisco versus San Diego. That's a tournament game. There is no tomorrow for one of those teams. San Francisco, talk about the wheels falling off the cart. 10-13. Who would have thunk? Oklahoma versus Texas. Oklahoma's at a rivalry game like every day. Weber State against Northern Colorado. I think it's a little disappointing season for Northern Colorado this year. East Carolina versus UCF. Nebraska versus Iowa. Portland State versus Southern Utah. Utah State, Wyoming. Portland back on the ice. Could be the final time this season. Up against Santa Clara. And Eastern Kentucky, Austin P. Brian Bittler.
I'll tell you, there's two super sharp plays on my radar here. I wish they were premiums. Northern Colorado and Austin Pay. Northern Colorado getting 10 points here, down from 11. The world seems to be on Weber State, who won 5 in a row, but 4 of those, Sacramento State twice, and Northern Arizona twice. So I think Northern Colorado can keep it respectable. And I really liked Austin Pay this morning at +2. Nice. He's down to +1. The Colonels, they got beat by Austin Pay the last time these two matched up. I don't see why the Governors can't get it done again. I'm just going to take them straight out. Austin Pay and Northern Colorado, plus the points.
Rod.
I'm gonna go the other way. I like Weber State at home. They're still perfect at home. 10-0 at home. 7-0 versus the number. It's not broke, don't fix it. I think it'll be Weber State minus the 10. Double digit over Northern Colorado. I'm gonna take Wyoming. It's Utah State. I think that's just too many points. Utah State wins, but not by that many. Wyoming's been like 6-4 ATS against their last 10. I think keep that one a little more respectable than what it is. And I like Santa Clara. Bye-bye, Portland. They've got one cover all year on the road. Anywhere. Santa Clara wins this one easy. Gets the cover. My line hasn't budged.
All right. I like, definitely like Alabama State and Alabama A&M parlay. And San Francisco against San Diego. I think the San Diego experiment was a mess this year. They didn't recruit any players. They only did the transfer portal. It was a nice idea. It just didn't work out for them too well. I like Oklahoma against Texas. I think Texas is the most overrated team in the country. 15-7, 5-5 in their last 10 games, right? 4-2 on the road this season, and they're ranked 16th in the country. Meanwhile, the Oregon Ducks, who busted up UCLA last night, I mean, ranked 25th. I would take Oregon over Texas any day of the week. I mean, I don't even understand, how they do these rankings. How is UConn unranked, right? And Texas is 16th. I could even see Texas at 25, right? I could see them there. How in the hell are they a top 20 ranked team? I saw on the board last night, when I was watching, because I don't listen to it, but I see like on the bottom of the screen, they say like the projected seeds. The projected 4 seeds are like Purdue, Texas. It's like, it's going to be a feast for the 13s, It's like, it is going to be a feast. And I rarely bet against Shaka Smart in March. But I'll tell you what, man. I do not understand it. Here's Texas's big wins. Iowa State, they had an overtime win against Kansas. Then they beat TCU, Kansas State, and Kansas State again. That's their wins in their last 10 games. Here's their losses. Oklahoma, Baylor, every step-up game there was. Oklahoma State, West Virginia. They beat Kansas and lost to Texas Tech. So you play a good team, you lose. You play the bad teams, you win. And you're ranked 16th in the country? In what world? Brian, you think Texas is the 16th best team in the country?
No, I almost had Oklahoma as a premium pick today. I'm not wild the way the line looks. It just looks like a coin flip to me, but I would take the Sooners here.
All right, so Texas is 15-7 and ranked 16th. Okay, so deeply inside the top 25. Colorado is 19-7. Okay? Unranked. Okay, let's look at their last 10 games.
Well, it's not based on records.
UCLA, USC, Oregon State, Stanford, another win over Oregon State, Arizona, and Washington State are their wins. I would put all those teams up against Kansas State and Iowa State. Every single one of them. The teams that Texas beat. TCU, Kansas State, and Iowa State. That's who Texas wins came against. I would put Arizona up against them. Their loss came to Oregon, at Oregon. They lost at Cal. Maybe they're holding that against them. And a loss at and a home loss to Utah. So those are the 3 losses in the last 10. I don't know, man. They beat UCLA 70-61. They beat USC 80-62. They beat them like a drum. And USC is ranked. That's like, that's the whole other side of it too. I mean, USC is ranked. I don't know, man. You tell me. Brian, what are you selling?
Oh, I got my I have 9 of the last 12 days have been winning days. 3-1 yesterday in college basketball. I got my golden ticket 3-pack today. My top 3 plays of the day, all for $40 at pickdogs.com, or you can get my entire tournament pass, all the postseason college basketball, for $200 also at pickdogs.com.
So everyone knows I threw out like all my clothes and underwear and everything when I went through my cold streak. And, I'm kind of rebuilding as a winning day at a time on my stuff. So my wife wanted me to send the entire Mississippi State basketball team some new underwear. Maybe teach them how to shoot them some free throws. Because she heard me just screaming at the TV. It was like, because I actually had the sound on, and I'm like, these guys haven't hit a free throw all night. And the announcer goes, Mississippi State, 2 of 10 from the line. And it's like, bang.
Yeah, he sinks them.
The guy with the blonde ends on the braids, like, bang. He was like, no. And then it leaves it wide open for them to hit the meaningless 3 at the end, and the guy missed it. He took it from like 35 feet out. He didn't need to, They could have easily gone in for a layup or an uncontested.
Did you Mississippi State too?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. We had a lot of this. This is the time of year we have a lot of the same picks. Generally.
I don't think today we do. I think this is a day that we don't, but normally we do.
You think we're on the other side, or you think we're
I think we have a couple other side games.
Other side games? All right.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
I'm fine. I could. We'll find out. I don't know. But
when did we do the premium?
I had Penn State yesterday. I think you had Penn State, right? And Villanova. Did you have Villanova against Creighton?
I had them written down, and then I didn't put it in. So.
They tried to blow. How about that injury on Villanova? That's big. That was huge. Gillespie, he's not coming back. That looked like a career ender. That was bad.
I was actually watching hockey last night. Capitals and Bruins.
Rod, what are you selling? Tackle the books Thursday?
No, just today I've got a Thursday college basketball 5-pack. No fancy name, no nothing. Don't need to. Nice 5-pack up there today. College basketball went 2-1 yesterday. We've been rolling college basketball 15-6 our last 21 over the last 7 days. Another winning day, 4 winning nights in a row. Jump aboard. We're on fire. Getting winners. Got a nice 5-pack college hoops up there. Don't miss out on it.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if me and Brian are on the same or opposite.
It's too bad we don't have a 2-for-1.
So we're on the same on one and opposite on another.
Oh, that's not too bad.
You probably can guess what those are, but we're on the same on one and we're on the opposite on the other, and that's fine. But I think the one that we're opposite, I think it could go either way. I think you could make a case either way. It's probably not either of our best bet of the day. That's for sure, of the premiums. I have a 5-pack, but 2 of the games are day games, so it will become a 3-pack later on. So you can grab it as a 5-pack early or a 3-pack later on. I am the king of March college basketball, self-proclaimed. But I am 8-1 in my college basketball picks so far this March. 4-1 yesterday, 4-0 the other night. So 8-1 in college hoops in March so far. I got 5 today. Anyways, speaking of NHL. Thinking about putting Chris as a guest maybe once a week on the drive-thru. Speaking of NHL.
Oh.
If he's ready. I think maybe
Wednesdays are kind of light.
Maybe next week or something. Yeah, Wednesday is light. Usually I don't want to kill the guy, you know? It's like everyone wants to see him and make sure he's okay, but at the same time, it's like, you know, we know what happens. That guy doesn't, you know, he only has one gear, right? So he's not going to say, hey, I can't do this. It's too much for him. He's going to say, oh, yeah, I'll do another show. I think adding that third show is not a good idea. Pittsburgh versus Philly. I think the idea is good. I think I should have. Yeah, I will take full responsibility on that. I think when I put Chris on the hockey show, I should have taken him off their show. Or I did, right? I did, but it was too late. It's too late. Maybe should have taken him off the drive-thru. I don't know. No. Maybe that's the one. Just that afternoon. I don't know. Pittsburgh against Philly. Islanders against Buffalo. Carolina against Detroit. Devils against Rangers. Montreal versus Winnipeg. Did I win any games yesterday? But I do see a plus 261 dog. I'm on the Red Wings. Rod.
I'm going to take the plus 1.5 on that one.
With the Wings?
Yeah. With the Wings. They played last time. It went to overtime.
You think like Detroit should sell like a chicken wings, like call them the Detroit Red Hot Wings or something?
No, they're going to keep that forever. That's the original 6. They're not going to get rid of that.
No, I meant like at the snack bar at the.
Oh, no, I'm sure they do got red hot wings.
No, they're never going to change that logo. I mean, that's awesome. It's the best logo, one of the best.
Yeah.
In all of sports.
Well, game the other day, they actually had some fans. So they're letting some fans back into some of these hockey games too. So.
They're talking full stadiums, man, by the fall. So,
by the fall, yeah. So,
I've never seen a disease cured like this since the Alabama-Georgia game. Any of these games besides the Red Wings that you like?
I like the Flyers. Pittsburgh got the win last game. I'm going to take the Flyers to get the bounce back. Zigzag here. Flyers get the win in that one. I'm going to take the Islanders on the puck line. Buffalo's just been awful. Their offense has been awful. Their top line, and you can look, you're like Taylor Hall's a minus 11. He's 3 of their top guys are all like minus 11, minus 12, minus 13. It's like they've just not been good at all. So give me the Islanders. They're perfect at home. So the Islanders on that one on the puck line. And I like Detroit plus the 1.5. I think that's got a 1-goal game written all over it. And I'm going to take the Rangers over the Jersey. And I like the Jets. Jets come into Montreal. Montreal, they've been playing hard and just not equaling wins. Jets get the win here. Give me the Jets over Montreal.
Brian?
Yeah, out of those group, I got to disagree with Ron. I like the New Jersey Devils at home. I think they're a better team than their record indicates. And there's no reason why they can't knock off the Rangers here. And it just seems like there's too much plus money they're giving the Detroit Red Wings here. So I think Rod's right here. You get the puck and a half. I think it's a 1-goal game. I don't see Carolina blowing out Detroit here.
I agree with you guys. Red Wings money line, maybe reverse puck. Yeah, I'll put a little on the reverse puck line. Probably get about plus 600 on my money there.
Nice.
Blackhawks
8-2, last 10 in Carolina too.
Exactly. We own their ass.
Yep.
Own them.
Own them. I think that's the first 300 we've seen all year.
Own their ass. Yep. I think the last hockey. No, I've been to hockey. I was going to say, I saw the Red Wings Rangers once in Madison Square Garden. Yzerman scored a goal, and some guy with the Yzerman jersey got beat up. Like seconds after that. Some guy was wearing an Yzerman jersey. He went, yeah! And he was like He got the crap beat out of him.
Sounds like what happens at the Oilers game when the Oilers are playing Calgary, and somebody who wears a Calgary jersey, and they're like, yeah! They get him.
Pretty much. Blackhawks against the Lightning. I like the Blackhawks in that one. Nashville against Florida. Dallas against Columbus. Calgary against Ottawa for the 300th time this season. Vancouver versus Toronto. Rod?
This one I like Chicago as well. Chicago's playing good. They're 6-3 at home. It's a good spot. I'm getting them to upset the Lightning in this one. I'm going to take the Blackhawks on the money line. And also, if you can find a prop for Kane to score a goal, take it. Evander Kane's going to score, or not Evander Kane, the other Kane. Kane will score a goal for the Blackhawks.
Patrick Kane.
That one. Patrick Kane.
I even know that one.
Drew in a blank.
I'm just here for the color on the hockey.
And I'm going to take the Florida Panthers on the puck line here over Nashville. This Nashville team has just been awful all year. I don't see them getting any better. This Florida team is just playing lights out. I'll take them on the puck line in that one. And I'm going to take Columbus over Dallas. Dallas just has not been playing good at all. And Calgary and Ottawa, I like to go over 6. We're going to see a whole pile of goals in that. And I'll take the Leafs on the puck line. The Leafs have just been rolling and whooping up teams. 9-1 on the road, 7-2 their last 10, 18-4 on the year. Canucks 9-5. Canucks are in trouble today. They're going to get spanked. The Leafs on the puck line in that one.
Brian?
Yeah, the only one I like out of that group, I like the Nashville Predators at home. I'm the opposite of Rod here. I just see too many people back in Florida. They've lost 2 straight, I believe. They are better rested going into this one, but I think Nashville is a good play at home plus money.
I like the Blackhawks, and I'm going to parlay them up with Vancouver against Toronto. So it's a parlay for me. Red Wings, Blackhawks, and Canucks. Rod, what's your parlay for today?
In hockey, I'm going to take the Leafs on the puck line, Jets money line, Islanders on the puck line, and my hoops parlay, we're going to go Alabama State. We will take...
Hello?
Sorry. Alabama State. The Salukis over Bradley. And the last one we'll go is Bellarmine over Stetson.
Sounded super convincing there. Brian, what do you got?
Yeah, you need a little shock element. You can toss some voltage into Rod, get him shocked over there. But
super confident in that one.
When you win this 3-game parlay, guys, and I'm super confident about it, make sure you go out and if you don't have a premium live show membership, get one. Northern Colorado plus the points, Kansas minus the points, and the Austin Pay Governors on the money line. Love this parlay. I'm going to put a couple hundred on it.
I actually like that parlay too. I hit my parlay yesterday and hit it early, the pre-dinner parlay with the Syracuse Orange bringing it home for us.
I was worried about that game, and it was easy.
It was easy money. Clemson's terrible on the road. Terrible. And Syracuse, great at home. They really kicked their ass. You can't discount the senior days, man. You just can't discount it, man. It's huge. Anyways, I'm going with the Memphis Grizzlies, the Miami Heat, and the New York Knickerbockers. Going to throw in the Phoenix Suns as a kicker there. That's going to be my parlay for today. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. We'll be back in just a second with our premium show. I'll be posting that just in a couple minutes. So those of you that are premium members, we appreciate your support. Those of you that aren't, we appreciate your support. But thanks, everyone. Have a great day, and we're going to try and act more professional.